Hey folks, thanks for joining me here just for a quick video. What we have to do today is just replace a couple of lights on my daughter's 2013 Volkswagen Passat. This car used to be mine. I have had this car since it was new, bought it April of 2013, drove it 120,000 miles until July when she got her driver's license, and now Geraldine here is her car. Well, as a new Volkswagen owner, my daughter was rewarded with her first warning light the other night. So apparently one of the reverse lights is out. However, today it seems to be working fine again because, as you saw when the car drove up here, both reverse lights are on. But being a thorough, experienced Volkswagen owner, we know all about intermittent issues. So what we're going to do today is just replace both light bulbs. It's a little bit more complicated than you'd think because, of course, Volkswagen, German engineering means it's a little bit more than just popping a bulb out and popping it in. Let me show you. Okay, here's Geraldine. That's what my daughter named this 2013 Volkswagen Passat. It's been such a great car. I actually had one as a loaner car back in 2012 when one of our other Volkswagens was in for quite an extensive service. And I just fell in love with the Passat. I felt like it was made for me. I know it's a boring four-door sedan. I know it's the 5-cylinder version. Enthusiasts might frown on this, but you know what? I've loved it, and my daughter Claire loves it, and we're gonna go ahead and continue to take care of this car today. So the reverse lights are right in here, and what we actually need to do is remove this entire light fixture from the body of the car. We'll do both of them too. We'll do this side too. And there's actually 3 bulbs in there. So there's the reverse light, but then there's also a couple other lighting elements for this light pipe that goes across. While we have it taken apart, we'll just go ahead and replace that as well. I bought all the bulbs. We like to be thorough. And then we'll also clear the gaps of the body around here just to make sure, hey, while we have the part off, let's make it nice and clean. So this is gonna be a quick video. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, you join me in the workshop where we're just gonna take a quick look at the tools we need for today. Pretty simple. I have a mini screwdriver, I have a flathead screwdriver, I have 2 reverse lights, 1 for each side, and then I have 4 mini bulbs, 2 for each side. So this is what we're gonna need. We'll go ahead, bring them out to the car, and get going. All right, we're set up here with the trunk open, and what we want to do on each side is pop this panel off with the mini screwdriver. It should just come off pretty easily, like it did. And we can see in here, there is 2 bolts, and then we have 1 wire connector. If you take your mini screwdriver and just pop this red tab down, that should loosen the connector and enable it to just slide right off. You don't want to break anything, especially this is a 12-year-old car. I think it's gonna be brittle. So that just kind of pulls out. And then what we'll do is we'll use our flathead screwdriver and just undo these a little bit to get them started. Perfect. And then we should be able to get the rest by hand. And be careful here. It's interesting how they did this. It is like a plastic bracket with this metal nut kind of just sitting in the top with tabs. So they can separate and you can lose these. So just be careful with that. So let me go ahead and remove the other. Getting these back in is tough. I don't know if it matters which one was on top and which one was on bottom, but as you can see here in the trunk, I have them. This one was on kind of the upper one here, and this one was on the lower one, so they're in the same orientation. So now that those are off, all we have to do now is remove the light fixture itself from the car. So we can come over here and maybe get started. Let me just be careful here as we do this and just Again, it kind of pops off. You know, remember, old plastic, been through a lot of heat cycles, so we just want to go easy on it as we kind of shimmy this off. We also don't want to damage the paint. So there we go. Now the light fixture is right here in the trunk. The next step is to remove this gray piece. And again, there's these tabs that we can see right here. And we're just going to be really careful with these tabs because, again, old car, old plastic, and we don't want to break anything. So we'll gently wiggle this out. I'm just going to go ahead and use both hands for a second. Okay, I got the piece out. Didn't break any tabs, which is awesome. You can see over here, there's multiple light bulbs inside. So let's head into the workbench and swap these out. Okay, folks, we're here on the workbench. You know what? Somehow I must have lost this bulb. I bet you it's back in the fixture. So we're going to go ahead and pull that out later. No worries. I have a new one. And then we have the two small tiny bulbs right here. So let's get started. I have the new reverse light bulb, which is right here. You saw it earlier. It's a Philips, or Sylvania is the brand I bought, but 921 is the number for your 2013 Passat. And this is just going to go right in here. So you'll see there's a couple of contacts, and this is just going to go ahead and slide right in. So let's go ahead and do that. And it's as simple as that. It just slides right in. There's not even any click or anything. It just sits nicely right in there. And then we have these two other ones. So let's go ahead. These, again, they should lift right out, and they do. There's no metal base or anything. We're going to put the old bulbs over here. And these bulbs did work, but I am a believer that when you have a fixture like this open, just replace everything in it. Again, this is an old car. Plastic tabs are brittle. There's no need to take these apart any more often than you need to. So I have the new bulbs now in my hand, and these, again, just like the other ones, these are going to sit in a vertical orientation. They just nudge right in here and they set right on top, which is great. And again, this one a vertical orientation. So we see this and it just slides in with the vertical orientation. And it just sits in really nicely. All three new bulbs are now installed. All we have to do here is just go put them back in the car. All right, I just gave it a quick spritz with the detailer spray. You don't want to do this dry. You do want to have a little bit on there. And we'll just wipe these seams down. I mean, this has been 12 years and 120,000 miles of dirt accumulating here, even though we keep the car clean. This is one of those things that you'll never get to clean under normal circumstances. All right, looking good. Let's button it up. Okay, I went ahead and just wiped down the taillight as well. Again, I like to be thorough. All right, let's see if I can try this one-handed. You can see how this edge kind of curls around, and it's going to be difficult to fit that into the car. So let's just try here without breaking the plastic, without scratching the paint. All right, I think we got that in actually. Yep, nice and tight. Now we just need to go back inside and screw it in. Okay, we got it in. To say that these plastic and metal bolts and nuts are fiddly is an understatement. It took quite a bit of fiddling to get them in. Now let's just tighten these up a little bit with our flathead. We don't need to go too tight. Again, this is plastic and it's old plastic and it's going to be brittle, but they're just tight enough. And now we just fit the cover back on. We have the cover. Oh, you know what? We don't do the cover. We now have to reconnect this clip. It only is going to go in one way. So you just push it in same way it was before, and then push the tab in with a nice click. And now we can put the door back on. Now this door should only fit one way, and that means you're gonna put it on the wrong way the first time you try. Perfect, that's back on. One side is done. I'm gonna go ahead and button up the other one, and then we'll take a look. Okay, we're all set here. Now, as you might have noticed in the time lapse, getting the light back into the body of the car was actually quite a bit fiddly. I don't know why. I seem to have some difficulties with the side piece and the trim. We did get it all sorted in the end. But while that took longer on the driver's side one, the two nuts that had to go back in here with the plastic clips was a lot easier. And I'll tell you the difference between putting them in on the driver's side versus the passenger side was that before I took them out on this side, actually as I took them out, I just made a mental note of the orientation of that plastic tab, and it made going in way easier. So top tip, if you're doing this on your own Passat, just take a mental note of the orientation. I believe the lower tab was kind of facing me a little bit, and the upper tab was facing kind of that way. That made it a lot easier to put it back together. Okay, let's test the new lights and see how they look. Okay, so in just a few minutes, maybe 15 minutes of work, maybe a few dollars in light bulbs, Geraldine is happy again. No more warning lights. All 6 bulbs in the back of the car and the trunk lid are replaced, and Claire's ready to go until her next warning light comes on as a Volkswagen owner. Hopefully it won't be a bad one, though to be fair to my Passat, that thing has been super reliable. Can't complain at all. So anyway, thanks for joining me in this quick video, this quick how-to, and I'll catch you again on another one soon.